Princess, welcome back to my channel. So I'm going to be doing a review and wear test on the new e.l.f. Camo Hydrating CC Cream, and I'm very excited to be putting this to the test for you guys, letting you guys know how it works, letting you guys know how it wears, and whether it's worth your $15 or more. So go ahead and continue watching if you want to see how this performs on the skin. I ordered this as soon as it launched. This one does retail for $15. I'm pulling up my phone to just get the information on this. This is supposed to be a full coverage color correcting CC cream for hydrated dewy skin. And they do have a good amount of shades in here. And this is very similar to the other CC creams they've come out with. So, you know me, I had to do the wear test and review para ustedes. So that's exactly what we are doing el día de hoy. So this is what we look like. They also have their liquid blush launches, which I am going to be doing a separate video on these, so stay tuned for that. But I am very excited to try those out because you guys know everybody loves a good liquid blush moment. But let's talk about this right here. So this is a full coverage color correcting foundation with SPF 30 protection that hydrates the skin and gives a dewy finish. It's full coverage. It helps plump skin's appearance. It says e.l.f. shade match guarantee, means you'll always find your perfect shade. It does also contain the key ingredient of vitamin B5 to help moisturize and nourish the skin. It says here that it's great for dry, oily, and combination skin. So let's just go ahead and get right into this. So you guys know, if you don't know, I do have oily skin. I have a very oily T-zone. Sometimes the cheeks can be a little more dry in the winter, so I guess it can be like combination skin, but very oily T-zone. So I'm excited to see how this will do with that part of the face, especially because it does say it gives a dewy finish. So we shall see how it does for that, but I'll also let you guys know my thoughts for somebody who may have dry skin. So I did pick this up in the shade medium 370N, and we're gonna see how that shade does. So this is what it looks like. Se ve así. The medium with neutral undertones is what 370 is. So we're gonna apply that right here. Aquí. I actually think this one might work. My redness is really popping right now, so that's just something I wanted to throw out there. And I'm gonna be blending it into the skin. The color looks good. I like the fact that the consistency is a nice, like, hydrating, creamy consistency. It's not too thick. The other one they came out with, I think that one was like a matte version, right? That one was definitely a thicker consistency. And I definitely feel like this one is more of a, like, creamy consistency, not thick at all. It blended in super fast, super easy. And it covered all the redness on this side. You guys can see la diferencia. I do feel like it's oxidizing a little bit. As I'm seeing it set, I feel like it does kind of oxidize. Like, I feel like it's a glow from within. It's not overly dewy, which is something that I also do pay attention to whenever I try products that claim to be more radiant. Because I feel like this year, a lot of very radiant products came out. So I always like to see how it does with my oily skin, and I feel like the dewiness isn't like oily looking. It's like a healthy glow type of formula. So I really like that. It also worked really well with my sponge. I feel like the sponge didn't absorb too much of the product. As you guys can see, it did a great job of really laying the product down. Maybe like a little bit right here. I did have to add a little bit more, but now it's good. So just going in with a little bit more product definitely helped that, but I didn't have to do the most. So eso sí me gusta. Now we're gonna go on this side, and I'm going to be taking a brush to see how that does. I'm really curious to see what brands are going to focus on in 2024. Like if it's gonna still be more so of that like radiant, dewy type of vibe, or if they're gonna start to move back to like matte products. I don't know, I feel like people are still loving that really natural vibe, so I don't know if we're gonna trend into like matte, maybe like a soft matte. But I know a lot of brands came out with so many like dewy, skin-like, just very natural, radiant type of formulas this year. So we shall see. I feel like I can smell a little bit of the sunscreen in there, and I just forgot that this does have sunscreen. So maybe it's good that it oxidized a little bit, because then it'll do well with like not giving us any flash. I will do a picture with flash so that you guys can see how it does with flash. I would always say too though, make sure that even if you do have a foundation or whatever product you are wearing, make sure you always do apply your sunscreen first. and then go in, you know, with your foundation or whatever to have it under. I just think it's very important to have sunscreen in your skincare routine from the beginning. Like, it's very important. Okay, so that's what we're looking like. I like it. I think it looks really good. I think either with a brush or a sponge, it performed really well. I don't think one gives more coverage than the other, so I feel like you could use either or and you'll get that really great full coverage. This does claim to be a full coverage formula, a color correcting cream. So I think that you are getting those results from it, and it's very true to that. So that's always a plus. But I like how it looks. I like how it feels. I feel like it's not too dewy, which is something that is really important to me. As somebody that does have that very oily T-zone and then sometimes dryness on the cheeks, but I think it looks good. I'm gonna go ahead and touch this side to see if it feels sticky. It feels a little sticky, nothing too drastic, but I can definitely do feel the stickiness in there. But I think so far so good. Like, I feel like it's like a radiance from within, and it just looks healthy and very pretty. So that's pretty much what we have going on right now. What I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna finish the rest of my makeup, and then I'm gonna come back and give you guys my first initial thoughts, how it all looks together, and then we can begin this wear test, because that is what I'm really excited to see about this e.l.f. Camo Hydrating CC Cream, is how it's going to do with everything. Right now, it looks nice. It does look nice. I also really like the color. I feel like the color's good. It does oxidize a pinch, but that's okay, because I feel like if anything, it makes it a little bit more warmer instead of it looking, you know, too light or like too orange. Like, it's like that perfect neutral tone, which this does have. It is a neutral shade. I do have neutral undertone, so I think this one is looking really good right now with my undertone, considering that I did purchase this online. Sometimes things online can be hard to see what works, so I'm glad this works. So that's pretty much it. I'm gonna go ahead, quickly finish this makeup, and then we can begin this wear test. Okay, bonitas, I am back. I did my entire face of makeup. Right now it is 10:33 a.m. in la mañana, and we have here the e.l.f. Camo Hydrating CC Cream. And I really like how it looks. I didn't go in and set it with any powder like this part. The only place we always set, of course, is the under eyes, because I do crease. But everywhere else, it's literally just the CC cream. So you're seeing that radiance from within on both sides. I feel like it looks nice and healthy. It doesn't look too radiant. It doesn't look too glowy, too dewy. But of course, you can always go in and set it with your favorite setting powder. I really want to see kind of how it wears, you know, without it. Honestly, I've been loving the more like subtle radiance from within, because I feel like it kind of gives me like a highlight from within. So that's kind of where I'm at with it. But I think overall it does look really good. And I like the fact that it's not too dewy. It doesn't look greasy or anything like that. It looks pretty good. So I'm gonna wear this for the rest of the day. I will do an in natural lighting clip so you guys can see how this looks with the natural lighting. I also do a flash test so you guys can see how that does as well. And you know what? Let me actually do that right now. It looks pretty good. I'm gonna insert it so you guys can see it, but I don't really see any flashback. Like, I think it looks really nice on the skin. So this does have 30 SPF, but I'm feeling really confident about how it looks with flash. So that's definitely a plus. It is 10:38 a.m. We're gonna begin this wear test, and I will see you guys later this evening for my final thoughts and let you guys know what I think and if this is worth your $15 or no. So definitely stay tuned for that. Y nos vemos al rato. See you later, bonitas. Here we are with the natural lighting, la luz natural. So this is the e.l.f. Hydrating CC Cream. And se ve así, it looks like this. It looks really nice. I feel like it looks healthy. It's really gonna tell us if it does well is like the longevity, how we wear it, how it wears and all that. So we will see how that goes. But it doesn't feel heavy or anything like that, which I do appreciate. And I feel like the color, ooh, los cabellitos. I feel like the color is also a really good color. So if you are around my complexion, I would recommend medium 370N. I think this is a great shade. It matches my neck perfectly. Okay, bonitas, I am back right now. It is 8:10 p.m. and we've worn the e.l.f. Camo Hydrating CC Cream for the entire day, and this is what we're looking like. So I have to say, I'm very impressed how it's still on and in place. I will say though, it does rub off easily. So that's just something to note. I was noticing that like the makeup would kind of like transfer easier than some other products that I have used. It did transfer. I feel like it's still like really nice and in place on the face. Like, you're not seeing it look, you know, worn out. I just got my nails done too for my birthday and New Year's. I am a Capricorn, December 27th coming up, and then for New Year's, wanted some gold vibes. Pero, yeah, this is what we're looking like right now. Definitely looking dewy, but not like extremely dewy, but there's definitely some dew here. So if you do have oily skin, you will be dewy at the end of the day. So I would recommend going in with a mattifying primer. If you like the consistency of this, I do feel like this consistency is much more creamier, not super thick, which I did like. So I would say that if you do kind of want something more like that rather than just like super full and thick, I would go in with this CC cream for the e.l.f. ones. But the dewiness isn't too bad, which for me is definitely a plus porque tengo oily skin, you know? So not bad, not bad. I would say if you are somebody that's looking for a dewy finish, if you want more of a glowy result, I think you'll enjoy this, especially for my people with like normal to dry skin. But I feel like for my people with oily skin, it really just depends on what you like. If you feel like this is too dewy for you, then maybe not, or maybe go with mattifying primers. But if you feel like this is not bad, then go for it. I personally feel like for me it's not that bad. I feel like it's pretty good. I've seen myself get way more dewy with other products, so that's just what it is. But I think this is a pretty great product. And it also does have the sunscreen. There was no white cast with the sunscreen, which I did appreciate. I would say I would recommend this definitely for my normal to dry skin people. It's something you would want to check out. The formula is definitely full coverage, so if you're looking for something to cover your blemishes or whatever you may want to cover, this will definitely do that. But that's pretty much it. So I hope that you guys are watching this review and wear test. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Would you check this out or not? It's $15, and I think for $15 it's not bad, especially when you compare it to some of the high-end ones. CC creams that they've come out with, like the price point is pretty great. If you guys are watching this video, give it a big thumbs up. Let me know to continue doing these videos for you guys. And I think that's it. So I hope you guys have a fabulous day. Don't forget to stay safe, stay blessed, and stay beautiful. Y nos vemos pronto. Adiós, bonitas.